Hey guys, Silverlord here, back again with another edition of Throwback Thursdays. I believe we're on number 20. Not 21 like I thought we were last week. But, at any rate, today we'll be taking a look at the Toy Biz Venom planet of the Symbiotes, Lasher. As I promised last week, because I wanted to get this guy up, because I have him complete. And before I get into it, I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Brad for selling me this guy for a really good price. He used to be on Instagram at Vintage Toys for Sale. That's the number 4, not the word, but I don't think he's on there anymore, so don't bother looking it up. Pretty sure he's not on there anymore. Well, I mean, I guess you can. It's free country, but don't get your hopes up. So, getting into the meat and taters of this video, I'm also going to give a shout out to my buddy T-Biz for hooking me up with this. The little symbiote slime guy that goes with this figure, which, yeah, I gotta tell you, that's pretty hilarious how that worked out. But, you know, you get the, quite frankly, it's piss-colored Venom head. And then you can open it up, and you got the little slime dude inside. It's kind of like a turquoisey blue, like he is. Just getting him out of the way. You can take this, throw it at the review set. And it's totally stuck way up there. See if I can get it to, this thing's super sticky. Whoa. I had this problem last week. There you go. He's off to the side a bit. They're supposed to crawl, like, down the surface, but clearly they don't do that. So, you know, unlike last week, I'm not just going to let him hang out, get covered in hair and nastiness. I'm just going to put him in there and seal him up, because that's how I roll. This thing don't stay very closed very well anyways. So. Other than that, though, bringing Lasher back in here, straightening out his... We're going to talk about these in a minute. By talk about, I mean rip them off in furious anger. But, putting Lasher back here. He does also come with this shield piece, which is a spinny shield. Woo! Woohoo! And you can clip this to his arm, like so. Come on. There you go. Stays on there, but the hinge in the shoulder is too loose to support the weight of that thing, so it's just going to fall off. Or it's just going to flop around. But it's cool. It looks cool anyways. And now the tentacles on it, yeah. I need my dad to glue these back in. They weren't glued in when I got it, but they are annoying as hell, and they fall out, and they piss me off, so... some super glue will fix that shit, but I can't be trusted with super glue because I probably look more like the creature of the Black Lagoon, you know, with my fingers glued together and whatnot. So we're just going to take all these off because they're annoying and stupid and fall off. Well, at least those two. I'll leave the bottom set on. But other than that, it's a cool looking figure. It's Lasher. I gotta tell you, I think this one's a little bit better proportion than the Legends, which we're going to compare it to in a minute here. But articulation on this guy, his head will rotate side to side. His shoulders will go in and out, forward and back, but again, they're pretty loose. I don't know if they were any tighter when this guy was new, but I did buy this used, so, you know, take that for what it's worth. He's got a single joint at the elbow. I love the claws on this dude. So cool. And he's got little blades on his elbows. It's pretty cool too. He's got tentacles sticking out of his wrists there, which is something I think the Legends one should have had. Maybe a couple more out of his back there. He does have a clicky waist. I'm not sure why that's clicky. It doesn't... It's not like Insaniac or Twister Strike Scarecrow from the Kenner, is it Legends of the Dark Knight line, where you could pop the waist and it'd be all loosey-goosey and you have to spin around and stuff. It doesn't work like that, so I don't know why it clicks. And then he's got a V-cut in the thigh, or hip, which is the most useless articulation next to toe and finger joints. That's absolutely stupid and gets you nowhere, but fall on your assville. And then he's got a single joint at the knee there. Some crazy clawed feet. So, he should probably be a little bit more simplistic, but this was a toy line made for kids, so, they made them all gnarly looking, which I don't mind. I'd rather have this, fully articulated than what we got, to be quite honest with you. If I could plug these back in and have them stay in place. This side's not bad. The left side, that actually stays in. Worth a hell? Worth a damn? Worth a hell? What am I even saying? I don't know. It's been a long year for your boy, folks. So at least as far as making videos goes, that's starting to wear me down a little bit. But there you go. There is Lasher with his tentacle thingies. It's probably how I'm going to display him, but again, I need my dad to super glue those in there because they fall off and piss me off. So with that being said, let's take a look at some comparisons. First up, and as promised, here is the old school Lasher next to the new school Lasher, which I'm actually surprised these guys are pretty much the same height. And this dude's pre-posed, so that says a lot, doesn't it? But yeah, I think the proportions on the Toy Biz one are a lot better than the Hasbro one. I like the Hasbro one when I got it. I think he's cool. He's awesome. But this Toy Biz one just blows him out of the water as far as the proportions goes. The articulation on the Hasbro one's obviously better, but the proportions and the sculpt, at least on the Toy Biz one, are a little bit better in my opinion. Up next, and because they are so big, here is Lasher next to the other figures I've taken a look at from this line, one at a time that is. Here's Venom the Madness. Again, shout out to Wampire for hooking me up with this guy. As you can see, he is a little bit bigger than Lasher, which makes sense. And I actually need my dad to glue in the little arm that goes on his shoulder here. That's the thing with these. They look awesome, but you're going to need to super glue some bits if you get them and have them for a while. Then next up, setting Venom down, putting him back here. There we go. Here he is next to Riot, who I took a look at last week. And yeah, Lasher's smaller than these two, but that's to be expected, right? Especially when Riot can stand up like a xenomorph and whatnot. Make sure he's on the screen there. But yeah, I also have Hybrid, but I'm holding out hope that T-Biz again, shout out to T-Biz, is going to be able to hook me up with that little slime guy. Where's the little slime guy that goes with that figure? I believe he had a red one at one point, so if he's got that, I'm going to wait and get that video done at a later date. And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the MK11 Spawn. And as you can see, he'd probably scale well with these more modern action figure lines if he wasn't pre-posed, but as it stands, no pun intended, okay, maybe a little bit, he is a bit short, but you could probably make it work. Although you could use a wash if you really wanted to use him with these lines anyways. But with that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and I'm going to be completely 100% honest in saying that I think I like this version of Lasher more so than the Marvel Legends version. Mostly because of the proportions. Not to mention the sculpt's a little bit better, but the proportions here I think are more fitting in the character. I don't see Lasher as a skinny Spider-Man build type character. I see him more as like a Daredevil build character, kind of medium to average kind of bulkiness. So that's just the way I see him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to go look at the comics some more, but he seems a bit scrawny on that Legends figure. I think this guy does the proportions a little bit more justice in this case. But that said, this is not a cheap figure, and it is very hard to come by. So if you are into this line, or if you want a really solid Lasher figure, I would highly recommend you pick this guy up if you find him for the right price. Or pass him up at your own peril, because again, he is not cheap. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Throwback Thursdays. There will be no Throwback Thursday next week because I'm not going to post a video on Thanksgiving. I'm above doing stupid crap like that. Give me some credit. But, as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more content to the channel. Got plenty more coming your way. Stay tuned for that because we got to show that algorithm who's boss, right? And if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, keep those comments civil because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.